The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, and it's almost 2022. So I thought, as the guy who wrote the book, How to Write a Book in 2020, I wanted to share with you some tips for sharing your story and writing a book in 2022. We have to pass the sled I have ready for any day now, the air hockey table, indoor hoops, bikes, and into the office. Today's tips are going to be fast, they're going to be quick, and they are going to be tips that you can absolutely use to share your story and write your book. My first tip is let your passion do the talking. What do I mean by that? If you're passionate about basketball, fishing, ballet, then that's what you need to talk about. Follow that, talk about that. Let us know your angle on that thing. We want to know how you feel about it. We want you to share your knowledge with us. Let your passion do the talking. The next tip that I believe is imperative is be authentic. We want your story, not some regurgitated crap. I have this thought in my head about the 7.6 billion people in the world. There are 7.6 billion people in the world and only one you. So rather than trying to be anybody else, be you, because nobody does it better. Tell that story. That's the story we want to hear. Heading into 2022, I've had the honor of helping hundreds, maybe even thousands of people share their story in some capacity. And one of the things that I think is so important is action, massive action. You have to move forward. There's going to be days where you have soccer practice. There's going to be days where you're not feeling it. There's going to be days where you have writer's block. All these obstacles and challenges you will be faced with, but you have to move forward. You have to move forward in some capacity every day, whether that means Googling, whether that means editing, whether that means just taking a couple notes. Just move forward in some way every day. Action, action, action. My old boss used to say before he fired me, inch by inch, life is a cinch. So move forward in some capacity every day. Piggybacking on the last one and all the ones before that is you have to persist. Persist until you succeed. Like I said, there are going to be obstacles. There's going to be challenges. There's days you just don't have it. But keep on going. Don't give up. You remember, you're following your passion. So keep on moving forward. Your story is going to make a difference. So don't give up. That story you're about to share, your story is going to be someone else's survival guide. So keep moving forward, regardless of the challenges. Move forward. Your story is going to make a difference. Don't give up. The next one is a little bit tough, but I want you to hear it from me. Don't be afraid of criticism. The only reason you're getting criticism is because you put yourself out there. You're getting criticism because you're getting better at what you're trying to do. The only reason a piece of paper or a book or a manuscript has red lines and slashes and edits on it is because you put in the work, that it's done, that you're far enough in the process to even have an editor look at it. You see those pictures behind me of Michael Jordan, and I'm reminded that nobody was booed more than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. They were the best at what they did, but when they went into the opposing team's stadium, they were booed, they were hated, they were jeered. That's part of the process. As you get better, there's going to be people trying to bring you down. Don't be afraid of the criticism. All that means is you've come a long way. Stay the course. We hear so many people talking about a win, reaching some mountaintop somewhere, and then they get to this mountaintop and they say, what's next? What I want for you, I want you to enjoy the process. I want you to appreciate the moment. I want you to stop and celebrate those wins. Celebrate those little wins, that day where you told a new story, that time where you turned that camera on and you shared a story that you had never shared before. That's a win. By doing that, you help somebody else. You help somebody else. Maybe they're able to share their story. Be vulnerable. Enjoy that process. I was going to wrap it up here with a final point because I got things to do. But then I thought, this one is important. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to give you two. That is, get to the point. Get rid of the fluff. We don't always need a 300,000 word book to tell your story. You don't always need an hour-and-a-half video to get to your point. Eliminate the fluff, cut the bull, just tell your story. My final tip today is be vulnerable. The world wants your story. They need your story, but they want to know why it's important to you. They want to know why you're so passionate about it. So let us in. Let us into your heart. Tell us why it's so important to you. Share that with us. That's what we want to know. Peel back the layers and let us know why you're passionate about it. I hope you enjoyed my tips today, but more importantly, I hope 2022 is the year you start sharing your story. The world needs your story. Your story can make a difference, and nobody can share it better than you. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if it's through YouTube videos, through podcasts, through publishing a book, through TikTok, Reels, any way you want to share that story. Get out there and share that story. Your story can make a difference. It's time. It's time for you to share your story. I hope 2022 is the year that you start sharing that story. I'm Dominic Domaski, and this is Motivation Champs, and I'm wishing you the best 2022.